whatever you do, do it with all you got. Obviously, when you're here, this is time that you can get better at football, and it's a great opportunity. But it doesn't stop there. Whether you're in the classroom, whether you're on the practice field, whether it's Friday night under the lights, you got to give 100%. I always do. I get the pleasure of working with Drew Brees. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the game. And he's not here. But what makes him special is that he'll outwork anybody. He's the first one to show up. He's the last one to leave. Every rep he tries to give his best. He doesn't take any plays off. He doesn't sleep in meetings. He didn't skip classes when he was at Purdue. Everything that he does top notch. He does it with everything he's got. And that's why he's a great player. And I'm sure there are guys in here that have the potential to be really special in the game of football. So whatever you do, give 100%, and don't let academics trip you up. If you have aspirations to play ball, you can't let a lot of effort on the practice field and in meeting rooms go to waste because you don't think what you do in the classroom is important. For some of the older guys, I'm sure you can tell the younger guys that without grades you can't play. And one day for all of us, football is going to be gone. It's no longer going to be an option. But what you do in the classroom is going to set you up for success. So you got to have academics to play ball. But when ball's gone, you're going to have that classroom to fall back on. So just remember that. Be sure to focus on your schoolwork and not let that slip either. But just give it 100%, guys. This is my brother Matt. He played in the league 7 years, 5 in Oakland with the Raiders, and 2 in Tampa.
Tampa!
Yeah.
That's my whole room right there.
And the Raiders. You got the Raiders on the helmet too?
Well, no, that's our county gift.
That's y'all's county's league?
Yeah, all room is our Raiders.
And the rest of y'all are Saints fans, apparently. How many University of Georgia football fans? Are all y'all from Florida? Is everybody else from So all y'all, you aren't all from Florida, right? And y'all all aren't from the same county or the same part of Florida or the same state. Y'all are all from all over the place. What day of camp is this? Second day of camp? How many more days y'all got left? 3. 3 more days? 3 more days with these coaches?
Yes, sir.
3 more days with these guys that y'all are competing against? And what John was talking about was effort, right? The coaches come out. How many guys in here today got hollered at by a coach? All of y'all. I heard them out there yelling. Don't act like somebody's in here favorite. Everybody's yelling. Now wait a second. Wait a second. Option quarterback. Tommy Frazier. Hey, coaches are not always going to be there to holler at y'all. And these guys that y'all are competing against, Big Daddies included, y'all are going to be competing against these guys after this camp is over. A lot of you won't, unless you're teammates. The point is that your competition cannot dictate your effort level. Your coach should not tell you how much effort you need to give. You need to know how much effort you need to give at all times, which is the most effort you can give. Because there's a lot of things that we have in this room that are different. Wide receivers are faster than the offensive line guys. These little guys over here are faster than you, Big Daddy. And Big Daddy over here could mash you little wide receivers. Everybody's got different talents, different skill sets, Phil. But the one thing that all of you in this room has to have, the one thing you all have to have is effort. You call it hustle, you can call it commitment, competitiveness, whatever you want to call it, it's effort. You all have to have that. Drew Brees, you know, when I played, I'm older, I played with a guy named Jerry Rice. Y'all know who Jerry Rice is? Jerry Rice was not the fastest guy on the team. He was a wide receiver. He was not the fastest guy on the field. In fact, he was an old man by the time I played with him. Jerry did not have the best hands in the world. He didn't have the biggest hands. But he was the hardest working individual I've ever seen. That just happened to be that his office was a football field. It could have been anything. If you play golf with Jerry Rice played as hard as he could possibly play. There are a lot of guys in here. A lot of y'all aren't going to play sports. You're not going to play football the rest of your lives. Not everybody gets that opportunity. Nobody's blessed with that opportunity to do it. The point is that there's other things you're going to have to do with your life. There's other things you're going to be doing that ain't football, it ain't basketball, it ain't baseball, it ain't run around chasing girls and playing PlayStation or Wii or whatever it is that you're doing. You're going to do other stuff. The important stuff, hold up. The important stuff is that classroom. Because that's where it all starts, fellas. Even if you do get to keep playing football, you have to stay in the books. Even if you get to play football later on, fellas, you've got to stay in the books to stay eligible. Even in high school, isn't that right? High schoolers, guys that are in high school now? Young guys, y'all hear that? You got to keep your grades up to be able to play ball in high school. And these colleges don't take it lightly either. Just because you can play ball, there's a thing called NCAA where they say you've got to be this amount smart. You got to stay in the books this amount. You got to have this GPA. You got to have this SAT score, ACT score. You know why they make y'all do that? It's not to weed out folks. It's to emphasize how important your schooling really is. Because everybody in here, unfortunately, this is a tough sport, fellas. Were y'all playing ping pong this morning? No, I mean, was everybody, were y'all playing hopscotch and patty cake out there? Who's bruised up? Anybody sore in here? Tell the truth. Everybody, this is a tough sport. This is a tough sport, fellas. Hold up. This is a tough sport. Big Daddy, you're hurt? You hurt your knee? It happens. Injuries happen. You don't get to play it forever. Even the guys, I don't get to play anymore. Guys get hurt, careers end, and so after that, the question is, what now? So the idea is, you get your schoolwork in now, fellas, and that's what allows you to do everything else in your life, including play football. But it starts with the books. We're talking about football here today because this is a football camp. But if you don't keep your grades up, you're going to get to play football this fall if you don't have your grades? It doesn't matter how good y'all get here. It does not matter how good you get at playing this game. If you don't have your books, you won't get to keep playing, fellas. That's step number one. You got to stay in your books. The other thing is, you got to compete. And to compete, you got to give effort. And that's all any of these coaches are going to want out of y'all. That's the one thing, no matter who's coaching who, it could be a quarterback's coach, it could be a wide receiver's coach, it could be a linebacker's coach. They're teaching different technique, but they expect one thing out of all of y'all, and that's effort. And that's the one thing that all of y'all got to give. Not everybody's fast, not everybody's big. Some guys can jump higher, run faster, throw it further, tackle better. But every single one of y'all in this room can give good effort. And that's the one thing that all the really great ball players, all the really small ball players, all the really successful ball players in this sport, that's what they all did. They all gave great effort. We saw some good effort out there. We were out there watching y'all. That looked like it was a lot of fun. I'm sorry that the lightning kind of cut y'all short a little bit, but I'm glad there's 3 more days to do it. They're getting plenty of opportunity to learn a whole lot more football from some coaches that know what they're talking about. But I want y'all to hear that. We want y'all to hear those 2 things, books and hustle. If you take care of those 2 things, you'll have success. It doesn't have to be in football. It can be in anything. It can be in anything that you apply yourself in your life. If you take care of your books, you get your education, and you work hard in anything that you do, and y'all going to have some success, fellas. It might not be a Super Bowl ring. It might be a high school diploma. It might be a college degree. It might be a great job. It might be an opportunity to impact your community. You take care of your books, and you work hard at anything that you choose to apply yourself, and you're going to have success, fellas. It will follow you. I don't know what we got going on next. I know that they got the storm out there. Where's Mr. Russ?